I use the internet for the majority of my research and planning of my film. The internet is a resourceful and interactive mass of information. Blogger. A blogging program is a website I use as the base and exhibition tool for my research and planning stages. It allowed me to arrange my work and meant most of my work could be interactive, such as video links and website links. Zoomerang was an essential website I used. It specializes in surveys. I created my own surveys regarding audience feedback for my media products. Zoomerang allowed me to distribute my surveys virtually. This opened my range of participants. One way I exhibited my survey was Facebook. I created a link on my Facebook account. This meant it was easy and effective to reach the younger half of my target audience, teenagers. When watching and researching already established short films for research, YouTube was a great website. It allowed me to have access to a wide variety of films worldwide. IMDb, Internet Movie Database, is a reliable and vast source. I used it to find information on the films I was researching. When researching posters in order to get an idea of real media models, I used Google Images as a way to view my chosen posters. When constructing my mock poster, I had yet to take the photographs of my characters, so I used Google to find dummy models to take their place. I used Photoshop to crop the two people into my photograph. While using Blogger, I used other programs and websites to support my work. For example, if I had created a PowerPoint using Microsoft Office, I would then upload this PowerPoint onto SlideShare, a PowerPoint hosting website. This could be accessed from my blog. This tool allowed me to have more work digitally interactive and visually pleasing. This includes stuff like videos and sound. I used a small handheld camera to film my film. This was mainly due to convenience, but it was useful and practical when filming on the tube as it allowed me not to use a tripod. To edit my film I used Final Cut Pro. In this scene I spoke while filming and it can be heard. Look at that, yeah. Just press record now. Why don't press yes? I used Final Cut Pro to separate the audio from the clip and replaced it with the background audio from another clip. My film's audio was made up of original soundtrack. A friend produced and composed the music on Logic, a music producing software. This was then transferred onto iTunes and then to my movie. I constructed my final poster on Adobe Photoshop. The man and the woman were taken from a separate photograph. I cut them out using the lasso tool. I then inserted them into my poster. I added shadows surrounding them to make their presence look more believable and realistic. Using the brush tool, I added some dark shadows around the corner of the poster. Using the mask, I changed the colour balances to make the poster have a more romantic feel. I hand drew the stars on Photoshop by using the specialized star brush tool. I used Adobe Illustrator to manage the billing block and certification on my poster. On my review page I used Illustrator to format my text. Camtasia is a screencasting program which records on-screen actions. I use this to demonstrate some of my processes. iMovie is an application I use to edit and host my evaluation movies. It allowed me to do things such as voiceovers and zooming into photographs. And finally, I use YouTube for a place to exhibit all 4 of my evaluation movies.